it is time to cook our soup. So I've got our 6 cups of water boiling. I added a little bit more vegetable broth to it already, just to add a little bit more flavor. There we go. We got our jar empty. Looks delightful already. It's the herbs that make the soup. Whatever herbs you like, see if they go together, and if they do, it's going to taste really good at the end. So there's a few things I love about soup. One of the things that I love about soup is that it's a clean your refrigerator type of a meal. If you have celery that's limpy and you don't want to eat it with peanut butter for a snack, and if you have carrots that are limpy and kind of wrinkly, if you have potatoes that are growing eyes and they're wrinkly, those are all perfect to throw in soups. Nobody will know the condition of them. So whenever you feel that your vegetables are getting near the end, or you open up your veggie drawer and you had forgotten to look at them all week long, that is calling soup. Soup is calling. It's time to make soup. Especially tomatoes or other fleshy vegetables that might get wrinkly or need some spots cut out of them. Do not throw them away. Onions, we had onions in it, but of course we had an extra onion, so we decided to throw it in. And then we're going to season it. We're just going to add a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. One of my favorites is pepper. And you can see that that's going to be delightful. So just got to stir it, make sure there's nothing sticking on the bottom as far as herbs go. You can see those sun-dried tomatoes rehydrating themselves. It's beautiful. That leftover mashed potatoes added at the end of your soup is a really great thickener to make it more like a stew. So if you don't really like thin liquidy soups, it's a great addition. And especially if you're tired of eating mashed potatoes, you can add them in at the end. So now we just got to bring that to a boil, because remember we have barley and lentils in there, and they can cook in about 20 minutes. And so the carrots and the celery, they need about 10-15. So you always turn it to the max time that you need. So we're going to set our timer for 20 minutes. Turn this to a medium low. And then you can check on it every once in a while. Make sure it doesn't bubble over, because then you're going to lose some of your nice flavor. We'll bring you right back at the 20-minute mark. Done. The timer just went. So this is your first peek and my first peek of what this soup looks like. Oh, it's delightful. Look at those sun-dried tomatoes. Fully absorb the water. I bet you they're breakable now. Yeah, you can cut them with a spoon. That's so great. So we had added 6 cups of liquid to this, just the water with the broth. And look at how thick it is. Really great. So it's not really a soup anymore, it's more like a stew. So feel free to add more liquid, especially this is a large pot worth of soup. Actually, it has a measurement on the side, so we have 2 quarts of soup made. So as this sits in the fridge for a couple more days, everything's going to keep absorbing that liquid, and it's going to turn into quite a solid little bit here. So likely adding more water before you put it in the fridge is really great. Another thing too is we want to make sure things stay out of that danger zone for temperature. So you want to let it cool a little bit before you put it in the fridge, so it's not fully hot, and you don't want to put it in the fridge too thick. So they say about 2 inches deep in a container will cool within a 2-hour period. So when you take this off the stove top, set it aside, put it into shallow containers, about 1 inch or 2 inches thick. Leave the lid off, let it cool for about 20 minutes, half an hour, and then put it in the fridge so that you don't heat up your fridge. That's kind of what we're trying to avoid here. A really great thing in the winter time is if you have a balcony, throw them out there for about an hour. It cools it off really super quick, and then you don't have to spend the energy of the fridge trying to cool your soup. So add some more liquid to this, and there you have it. This was our soup in a jar, lentil and barley.